Okay, now recording. This has been such a challenge for me to finally do. What we might be like, what are you talking about? Um, basically, I'm saying that it took me forever to finally get a YouTube video actually going. This will be my first YouTube video, and I was like, man, because I kept giving myself, because I kept giving myself these excuses of, hey, I don't got, a camera, I don't got, the laptop, I don't got the, Elgato game system hookup cord, you know what I'm saying? And I kept giving these excuses, and I'm like, man, you know, I'm just gonna shoot, just get the first video out the way. It doesn't even have to be that great. That's what I was saying to myself. So here I am making this video, my first one. I'm gonna leave it uncut, just so that way, in future videos, I can just come back and be like, man, came a long way, you know, and just see the growth and how far I've come. But this is the channel. The channel is going to be called MacMan Gaming, or maybe not gaming. It's MacMan. I'm still not even sure what to even call the YouTube channel. I might just keep it as MacMan. And the reason why it's MacMan, might be like, where'd you come with that? Well, I came up with that um, because of music, and I do music, and for but it didn't come from music, but it winds up being my musician name. But where the MacMan name came from uh, was actually from a friend, and well, it wasn't originally MacMan. I came up with that part, but the only reason why I came up with that is because my friend would call me Zach with the Mac, but I never you know carried no gun around, Mac around, except for if I was going hunt with my grandpa, shooting shotguns and whatnot. But um, yeah, I was called Zach with the Mac, and another nickname I had was Big Country, and that was another one I had from high school. That was from sports, but that's a different kind of story. Um, but anyway, I was like, man, I don't really have a Mac on me, but I kind of like the name Mac, and like there would be times where my friend would actually call me Mac Man, you know, like that, and then I just kind of just started using it, and then just kind of stuck a little bit, and um, I guess that's where the name of the channel is kind of based off of, because really my vision on this channel is I want to be able to make gaming videos, because I feel like then it won't be such a waste of time to play video games um, with my friends. Not to say that it's a waste of time to spend time with my friends or anything like that. No, it's just that gaming in general kind of has went down a little bit for me since whenever I was in like high school and when I was more of a teenager. Now I'm more really focused on my career and stuff like that. Like I still play the game, but I just don't play it like I used to, and I feel like if I was able to start, making money from, posting my gaming content, then I was like, it's kind of worth it then, because as an adult, you have more responsibilities and you have to pay bills versus whenever you didn't in high school, pay, uh, to live, you know. And it definitely is 100% a trap to say, I wish I was an adult or I wish I was an older. It's, it's, it's nice. Like, there's two-sided coin with it. It's nice being an adult because you get more freedoms, you get more responsibility, and you get to, make your own rules, and you get to do all that, and it's all fun and everything. But you have to have discipline as well in your life. Like, just because you go to work and you make money doesn't mean you take that paycheck and you just blow it off on something silly, because you got, your responsibilities, like your bills and utilities, stuff like that. But kind of went off track there a little bit. But it's gonna be gaming. The channel is gonna be about gaming. The channel. I thought something that was kind of unique or cool that I thought would that I could do on here, because of me saying that the Mac Man was my artist name or musician name. uh, I was like, well, I could get up on here and I could like react to music videos, but I could do more than that. I could like react to a music video, and then I could uh, like take the video and like rerun it over and over and over, and like listen to it and hear what they're saying, and then like put my own version of my part on the song. Because I thought that would be pretty neat. Because I was like, man, if I'm gonna be a professional artist, or if I'm gonna be someone making music, then I want to know if I can hang with the big dogs. If I can rap with them and not sound goofy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why um, I wanted to kind of do that, and I felt like it would help me to be able to practice more on my music. You know what I'm saying? Because I would be basically working on something I love while making money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a win-win with this YouTube stuff. Like, I get to shoot videos, make money from it, and practice what I like to do. It's all win-win, you know. And I guess another thing, which I already kind of said, reaction to music videos, but it's going to expand, because it's going to be a reaction to uh, other videos too, like maybe some police chases or something in that nature. I think that hmm, the direction of the channel, I should have some DIYs, or maybe showing you guys how to do some stuff. Um, I thought, a few things would be like, maybe showing you how to change your oil on your car, or how to do brakes, or how to do welding, or how to weld. You know, but it's also going back and forth with myself with that, because of me being a younger man, a younger male. I'm not going to be seen as professional, or that you know people are gonna like just take it as more of a joke. And I don't want people to be thinking that. So I guess if I was to do some videos like that, then I would need to try to be as professional and helpful towards getting the problem done and be able to come across with my points to make you understand. Because another thing with this music stuff, or with this YouTube video stuff, is I get to work on talking. You know what I'm saying? And that was always a skill uh, problem with me, like a talking. Always had a talking problem, talking skill problem. With yeah, see, words, right? um, but yeah, you know, feel like this will be a great opportunity to help myself out in a lot of aspects. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you know, I get to create as well. That's another one. Is I get to create, you know, and be creative and craziest and the craziest and coolest thing about being a creator or an artist is that you can make anything that you want. You can create anything that you want with your mind. And that's why I love music and I love being creative. That's why I have some plans with this YouTube stuff, because not only what I've said about YouTube that's already going to help me, but here's another thing that's going to help me with this YouTube stuff is if I start rolling and I get enough momentum going with it, then I can start advertising stuff from my YouTube channel. And I could have my music promoted through my YouTube channel. I could um, uh, promote, you know, some t-shirt businesses or t-shirts that I was thinking about making with my t-shirt business design. Because you might be like, man, this is a lot of stuff you talking about, you know. But I was like, man, nobody that's rich ever got rich by having one source of income. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it'd be a lot easier to get there if I had multiple sources of income. So, like, from, you know, not just from my job, but if I was to add, you know, my job income, you know, YouTube income, then I was able to add, you know, perhaps music income, you know, from Spotify and all that, and then t-shirt business, and what else? So I got job, t-shirt press, music, wow, I'm not able, drawing a blank, job, YouTube, music, t-shirt press, business. There's four. And stock market. So that's five source of income. I currently have two from my job and from stocks. However, I'm not the absolute greatest at stocks, but I just do swing trades. You know, I don't day trade and I don't option trade. Really, I don't option trade just because of how many. Really, because it's just I don't have experience in it. I don't want to lose money. But really, that's an excuse, because I could be like, hey, I'm just going to watch some YouTube and learn. But right now, I'm feeling kind of like I'm getting past a little bit past the beginner stage of it, and like understanding more of, hey, you want to try to probably, you know, put more of your chips on a bigger opportunity versus me being like, oh, it's going up just a little bit here. Let me buy in and try to, cash out after a couple of cents has went up, when I was first trading. Now it's okay. It's like, okay, I noticed that when it goes down to this level, you know, it comes back up to this level. And then I try to go from where it where it goes medium or where it's leveled out, like on the chart, and I'll go from where it's right in the middle. And anytime it goes below that medium number, that's whenever I usually be buying, or that's what I've been like kind of picking up. And definitely not an expert on it, but I've gotten a lot better on it for surely, and I've not made a whole lot of money on it, but I've profited more than lost, so it's not too bad. I think whenever I get better at trading and stuff, I might make some videos on trading and whatnot, but definitely not one of those big top dog traders, that's for sure. Still got a lot to learn. Still eager to learn too, you know. So I was also talking about like source of income here. I was just thought of this. I was thinking of also some real estate and buying homes and trying to be a landlord. Because I thought, man, that'd be a way to get some passive income, passive bread, every month, And because what I'm really trying to do is I'm trying to get to the point where I'm not really reliant on my main job anymore, and it's just these other things that I'm doing is helping me get my bread, get my money, because that's what I'm really after, is to be financially stable enough to be like, hey, I don't need to work this job anymore. But what that does is it gives me more freedom. It gives me more time, because that's the most valuable thing is time. Is you can't replace it, you can't add to it, you you can only take away from it. Um, but yeah, the real estate stuff would be great because, like, man, I was like, man, if I was to buy a home, this is kind of like my thinking here. I might be kind of amateur or whatnot, but I'm like, I'm getting my gears turning though, and I love that. Um, so I'd be like, man, because I'll see on like Facebook Marketplace, because that's like a source that I use for if I'm wanting to find something that could, maybe get me some upsell, something, which is upsell is when you buy something at a certain price and you sell it for a higher price. So that's upselling. And if you didn't understand what I was talking about when I was talking about stocks and I was talking about swing trading, that's whenever you buy a stock and you hold it longer than a day and then sell it.
Did they make it to Toby's with your car?
To Toby's?
I
No,
thought that's where you're
it was
taking it.
to
Harper's.
Harper's. Yes,
Are they still in business?
yes, they're still in business. Yeah.
You don't see nobody out front no more.
What, Harper's? Yeah,
Yeah.
you do. Well, if they don't, then we'll just figure it out.
So did you call the insurance this time?
Yeah, I called them because I learned from my mistake last time of that charge. Alright, sorry about that. Um, so what she was talking about. So recently, I kind of had a flat tire, which happened just yesterday. Because me and my sister Zoe, we was going to go bowling, and about 10 minutes until I was there, I actually had a blowout, and it actually happened on a place that I wasn't expecting it to, because usually it's on the back left of my car. It had a flat tire, or not a flat tire, but it was like it would leak air, you know, and I'd have to refill it up. I basically just need to get brand new tires for all the way around on my car. At this point, there's back left one which goes low, and now the the front passenger side tire wound up blowing out on me yesterday. So I need to be careful, and need to actually make sure my car is, in top tier condition too. Um, but super excited on this journey, and I hope that everyone sticks around and loves being here with me, just talking basically to just a camera, and no one's talking back. But what's crazy is I was like, man, I always thought I would be good at YouTubing because I can talk to myself all the time, so easy, you know. I need professional advice, right?